Hello, welcome everybody. Breadman here. Welcome to the very first edition of the Ask SBR mail call. So recently we just started a new hashtag Ask SBR. We wanted to develop a way for you guys to be able to interact with us in a manner that could be documented so that we could easily find it and be able to answer your questions. So on Facebook and Twitter, you can send us your questions, hashtag Ask SBR, and we can periodically check them throughout the day and respond. Also, we would like to start doing a mail call show once a week where we respond to a few pertinent questions. So we have a few questions that have come in over the last couple of days that I figured I would respond to in our very first episode. Should I drop my entire bankroll on the Pats? Also, how many bets should I make per day? What time are you guys on? That's an interesting question. And what are the best books for somebody who's not in Las Vegas? So let's start out with, should I drop my bankroll on the Pats? No. Should I drop my bankroll on the Pats? This line has been set very, very tight. I had a great conversation with Teddy Covers and Paul Howard the other day on our evening live sports bet show, and they, true Vegas pros, feel that this line is set very, very, very well. That's why you haven't seen a lot of sharp action coming in on either side, just a lot of public action on the Patriots. Now, I did hear the other day that a couple big plays came in on the Patriots, which is shifting the line just a little bit. And you got to wonder when the 80-20 rule comes into play. There's been, 75, close to 80% of all the public action has been going towards the Patriots. Now, not necessarily sharp people, but sharper public action might start coming in on the Falcons. Personally, this is a game where I don't really want to bet against Tom Brady. I might be looking at the under on this game myself. We have plenty of plays on this game on sbrpicks.com. You can check those out. I would say don't drop your entire bankroll. The Super Bowl is a game just like any other game. This is something we see a lot. We see people on big games, national championship games, and NCAA, and in the Final Four games, the Super Bowl. For some reason, because it's a big game, thinking that they should bet a lot more money on it. It's just another game. Treat it like it's just another game. Bet the same kind of units that you would bet any other game on. That's the best way to go. All right, on to the next question. How many bets should I make per day? Great question. That is entirely up to where you're finding value on the site. And it also has to do with your bankroll too, and how many units you're betting and your percentage of risk. So Teddy Covers talked about this the other day on the Sportsbook show. You shouldn't be betting a specific amount, so to speak. Some people do find that discipline is a key thing. Like I'm gonna just do 5 plays no matter what, and that'll help you manage your bankroll. However, if you don't find definitive value in a specific game, you shouldn't be chasing it. It's just going to end up kind of biting you in the butt in the long run. So, with that said, only bet games that you find value. If you find a couple games extra that you maybe would not have bet, but you see that there's a definitive advantage for you, yeah, go ahead and take them. But also don't put yourself in a bind with your available money as well. Personally, I bet between 2 and 5% of my bankroll on each game. So no matter what, I know that I can bet X amount of games, lose them all potentially, and still not be in a bind as far as being able to come back and recover from that. It's going to take multiple bad weekends to put me out of business, so to speak. So keep your bankroll in mind, the percentage that you're betting in mind, and then also not betting games that you're not finding definitive value on. So it's going to be different for everybody. All right, next question. What time are you guys on? Great question. It's a little bit ambiguous because what time are we on? We're a website. We're open all day, every day, but we do have live shows at specific times. Monday through Friday, every day at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. We have the morning sports betting show, the #1 morning sports betting show, The Odds Couple, on at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. It's basically the best on the board. So They're going to go through and find the best value on the board. Yeah, it's normally the best on the boards. Wednesday, this show features the big man on campus, and they particularly dive into NCAA basketball. Now, we also do the Sports Fit Live Thursday evenings at 8 Pacific, 11 Eastern. It's the Thursday night late show with the Sports Fit. Teddy Covers and Paulie Howard live. Also on Facebook, we have some live shows as well. Monday through Saturday, Charles Stark does his NBA totals, which is the best total plays each day at 4 p.m. Eastern. You can look for that pretty much every day of the week except for Sundays. Thursdays and Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern, we have live tennis coverage with João from Portugal. He is a tennis expert. That's pretty much all he does. So if you're into tennis, that's a good thing to check out. We also do that on Wednesdays and Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern. Doug Upstone comes on and does his midday line report. So basically, he'll be giving you live breakdowns of the most significant line changes at the midday point and where you can find value or maybe where value has gone away. So be sure to tune in for that as well. Every Tuesday at 12:30 Eastern, we do a live roundtable called the Descent into March Madness. So we started this a couple weeks ago, and we'll be tracking progress on the road to March Madness all the way up to the big dance. So this is a think tank, a roundtable with some of the best college sports handicappers around, and stats and bracketologist Ed Fang. He's got a PhD in statistical science, and the guy is all sorts of into bracketology. We have Drew Martin, who's a college basketball expert, BMOC, the big man on campus as well. Ian Cameron. It's a great show, so check that out every Tuesday at 12:30 Eastern. And on Thursdays at 12:30 Eastern, we do a Q&A session with the odds couple. Last but not least, we have a Saturday college basketball sit down and sleeper picks with myself and NCAA basketball extraordinaire, the big man on campus. All right, on to the next question. What's the best online sports book for people that are not in Las Vegas? Well, it depends on what kind of bettor you are. It also depends on where you are. If you're in the United States, if you're in Canada, if you're in Europe, Central America, different sports books allow users from different areas and have restrictions. They have certain restrictions. Also, it depends on, like I just mentioned, what kind of bettor you are. So if you're the more casual bettor, or if you're actually a fairly sharp bettor, if you like props, or if you're very conservative. Different sports books have different areas of specialty, so to speak. So the best thing that you're going to want to do is check out sportbookreview.com. Right there on the page, you'll see some rankings of the best sports books and their ratings. You can go in, you can see their strengths and weaknesses, you can read their reviews, see what they offer, and figure out what the best book is for you. Also, you might want to check out SBR Forum. There is thousands and thousands and thousands of your peers, and they have firsthand user experience on which books work the best for them. So that insight might help you as well. Personally, I think I use, I'm being in Costa Rica, I do use Pinnacle. It's a very sharp book. I also use Five Dimes. I use Heritage as well. So those are all well-managed books that don't have very many problems with things like payouts. They have great mobile platforms. They have a lot of lines, competitive lines. So yeah, look into those. Check out. It all depends on where you're at and what your needs are as a bettor. So check out SBR Forum and sportbookreview.com. So if you've got questions, we've got answers. Hashtag AskSBR on Facebook and Twitter. Just type that in. You don't even have to necessarily do it on our channel, because when I type it in, or any of our handicappers or anybody else, it'll just give us a list of everything that has that hashtag in it, and we can get back to you. So use it, check it out. We're here for you. Responsibly. Have a great day.